Alrighty, guys. So this is going to be part two of using artificial intelligence for tax planning basics. So if you haven't seen my first video, we go over what questions we need to ask a new client to effectively make the best tax plan, right? To what information do we, as the professional, do we need to know to make the best tax plan possible for the client. And if you're new here, my name is Gerardo Miguel-Perez. I am an IRS enrolled agent. Covering up my number here, but I'm an IRS enrolled agent, and I'm a federally authorized tax practitioner. And I made this YouTube channel to just show other enrolled agents how to use AI, how to take advantage of the powerful technology at hand, and how to not be left behind in this ever-changing AI industry. Okay, so for part two, we're gonna go ahead. I went ahead and asked, okay, so now could you act like a client and fill out the form and then proceed to make a tax plan that could save you money in tax? It said sure. So it made the form, right? Full name, John Smith, number, some random number, email here, filing status, married, filing jointly, 2 children, no foreign income assets, and you can honestly play with it and say, hey, he had foreign income of 200K or something. You know what I'm saying? Depending on whatever it is you want to do. So here he was a W-2 employee, made 95,000, and then he, as an independent contractor for his side business, he made 30K. He was a rental property owner, one property, annual rental income was 12K. And you can just go ahead and see, okay, what, excuse me. You can go ahead and see what things he qualifies for. For example, home office, check, yes. 150 square foot used for business, no S Corp election. He had no bookkeeper, okay. These are opportunities for us to go in and implement strategies to save him money, okay. Also, no bookkeeper. That's another service that you can upsell to the client once you have provided tax planning services, right? Those two are usually bundled together, right? Here are deductions and credits. Okay, this is things that he's done: 401k contributions, HSA contributions, student loan interest paid, education expenses. This is a pretty complicated client here, but the more complicated, the better. The more money they make, the better, because we have a bigger opportunity to save them money in tax, right? So, future tax planning. This is stuff that he's our upcoming changes, right? That he's interested in. So he's interested in restructuring business to lower taxes, planning on another rental property, things that we should know for in the future when we're making his tax plan, right? So number 6 is tax compliant and audit risk. Any IRS notices? No. Estimated tax payments? Yes, but not sure if they're correct, right? So on the looks of it, this guy looks like, the client looks like there's opportunity for growth, there's opportunity for savings here, right? So now ChatGPT went ahead and made the tax plan for John Smith. Now, I'd like to preface this by saying, again, I speak to enrolled agents, I speak to people who have lots of years of experience in tax. Maybe you're an accountant, maybe, I don't know, whatever it is you might be doing. I speak to enrolled agents because I'm an enrolled agent, okay? It's good to, you obviously have probably heard of all these tax, about these tax strategies that I'm going to show, but it's always good to, if, for example, you're not really sure about the S Corp election strategy, right? So it's good to go online and go on IRS or go to other reputable information hubs, reputable sites, reputable sources where you can learn about these strategies and double check the AI, right? I'm not telling you guys to blindly follow AI and to just do what it tells you, right? You, as the user, you're in control of what you want the AI to tell you, correct? So knowing this information, AI gives you a structure, a base, right? Kind of like an employee who may or may not be as experienced as you, right? An employee who, for example, formulates a tax plan in your tax firm for a client, right? And you have to look over it and make sure that the employee, or in this case AI, didn't make any mistakes, right? Didn't make um, try to do something that's not real, stuff like that. You know what I mean? And go ahead and correct AI. What this does actually is just saves you a lot of time. Formulating the tax plan, it saves you mental energy, and it really allows you to sit back, tell it what you want, it gives it for you, and you can now just be the second look, right? You can be the second eyes that go over and make sure that everything is okay. Okay, the point of AI is to save you time, energy, attention, um, to save you on intellectual labor. Okay, so wanted to preface that. So now here we go ahead. So tax plan for John Smith, or maximizing tax savings. Number one is going to be business restructuring. This is the S corp election strategy. All right, current issue as a sole prop, John is paying self-employment tax 15.3% on his entire $30,000 profit on his side business. Here's the solution: elect S corp status, which is a tax election status. Okay, it's not an entity. S corporation is not an entity. It is a tax election classification. Um, elect S corp status and pay himself a reasonable salary of 15K while taking the remaining 15K as distributions, which are not subject to self-employment tax. Do it as you will, but that is the premise, right? That is the basic structure of that um, strategy, right? Now we have number two, home office deduction. He said he was using, he did have a home office for his business, 150 square feet, divided by the 15 square feet of his home. Obviously, well, yeah, this is the made up client, right? So that's 10% of home expenses deductible, right? You have the business miles deduction. You got the IRS rate of 67 cents. He had 10,000 business miles. That's a $6,700 deduction. Phone and internet, allocate 50% as a business expense. Okay, guys, so here it says estimated total deductions, $2,200 in tax savings, $10,000 in deductions. And we have rental property strategy, right? Depreciation, maximize depreciation, deducts for the rental property, cost segregation study if the property is newly purchased. This accelerates depreciation to reduce taxable rental income. You have the 1031 exchange. And guys, look at this. Deferral of capital gains tax, right? And you can go into this and ask it further to explain, further to analyze each strategy individually if you're in the gray area. Or if you don't really understand it, again, go to a reputable site and look over it, right, and really understand it, and then go to ChatGPT and it'll also break it down for you, okay? AI is getting very powerful, very smart, guys, and we need to be using it, okay? As you can see, a year ago we weren't even able to this model wasn't able to analyze and reason as effectively, as efficiently as it is now, and it's just going to keep growing exponentially, guys. So there you go. Again, maxing out solo 401k, S corp, employee deferral, 2022, 1,500, employer contributions. You can look into every single one of these strategies, guys. I'm not going to go into this video and break down each strategy. If you know them, great. You can double check if it's right. If you don't, go back, learn it, okay? Harvesting capital gains and losses, okay? Here it is. So here's total estimated tax savings, okay? Boom, it goes over 18K. So here's final recommendations, right? Elect S corp, max out retirement counts, increase business deductions. These are pretty basic tax strategies that if you're an enrolled agent, you should know. Claim all available credits, child tax credit, education credits. If you worked at H&R Block or retail, you know about these credits that a lot of W-2 employees, a lot of W-2 workers really benefit from, right? So the good thing about it is that depending on what software you use to actually file the return, it's going to kind of keep you in line as you input data, as you try to input tax strategies, right? If you go on, I'm not sponsored by Lacert or Intuit or anything, But if you go on Lacert, they have AI powered tax solutions, tax saving solutions, guys. So the AI that they're using is essentially this. Okay, the models are the same. The motherboard, the chip, if you will, keeps growing as time keeps progressing, and the companies adopt and adapt, um, and they adopt the new software, the new version, the new models of AI into their own systems. Okay, so you're essentially growing with these other companies, right? It's not a huge what's the word? There's not a huge, I don't want to say discrepancy. There's not a huge difference in the models or whatever. Okay. Granted, I'm using ChatGPT 4. You do have a limited number of prompts or like credits or messages that you can ask ChatGPT to do. Um, but you can pay for the full version of that. I think it's $20. But anyways, guys, I'm digressing. Schedule a meeting to implement S corp and adjust estimated tax payments. Set up a bookkeeping system to track deductions efficiently. Consult a real estate CPA about cost segregation for rental property. And it's even telling you right there. Consult someone else who may know more. Obviously, this could explain cost segregation for rental property to the T. It's good to always double check and whatever, but these are just some solutions for you because it's talking to you as a tax firm owner, correct? So um, it says, would you like this process automated? What is the best? And then I asked it, what is the best way to go about presenting this information to the client, right? So then it gave me personalized tax strategy presentation structure. Use a PowerPoint or PDF report with clear sections, visuals, and simplified language. In this next video, we're going to go over how a presentation will look like, how presentations looked like before AI, right? And why it was just important to communicate with the client the value that you're providing when you are offering tax planning, right? Um, Zoom, for example, meeting structure, Zoom, walk through the plan, highlight key tax savings, and get approval to implement strategies, right? You're essentially telling the client what you found, how you can save them money, and getting their approval to implement these strategies, right? And then here he goes, just a breakdown of what they're gonna do. This is just giving you the outline for if you were gonna present this to a client. What you should do. So 20 minutes and spend slide 3 to 6 on individual strategies, problems, solutions, savings, and really answering questions with the client, right? This is the part of the sales process where you close and call to action, get payment, etc. So it even gives you a closing statement. This tax plan could save you at least $18,000 this year. Let's move forward with implementing these strategies so you can keep more of your hard-earned money. Are you ready to get started, right? So it's not even afraid to close the sale for you, right? You have exactly what to say, the outline, the structure. Okay, you don't have to blindly try to do it, or you don't have to. If you're an enrolled agent and you've only done tax prep and you're looking to get into the tax advisory model, the tax planning model, ChatGPT is here to help you, right? AI is your personal assistant, your personal mentor, right? You don't have to go work for 20 years at a tax planning firm or work for somebody who's been doing it for years and sit there for years and learn how to do it. No, you can ask it what is the best process. You can even ask it what is McKinsey and Company Consulting. What is their process for an advisory service, right? Or I even asked it, what is Goldman Sachs advisory service? What does that entail, right? What is the step by step? What do they do? How does their financial advisor approach situations? How do they present an advisory service to a client? Okay, you can ask ChatGPT and it knows it. Okay, so now you can copy what these big prestigious firms are doing, and you can implement it in your own firm with small clients and give them a state-of-the-art presentation, state-of-the-art outline, thanks to ChatGPT, okay? back then, 20 years ago, you wouldn't even know how to do it exactly how they do it, right? You could kind of connect the dots, or maybe you would need secret mentorship from somebody who's worked there, who knows uh, how things how things go about, right? But now you had this information. Even with Google, it was still you still have to search, and maybe somebody didn't. There was no, real information on that, or accurate information on that, right? But now with this, it knows, guys, and it can give you exactly a full breakdown of what to do, how to do it, etc. Right? It even tells you, like, for example, best formats to deliver the plan: PDF, PowerPoint, Loom video, if clients prefer an asynchronous review, right? So kind of like what I'm doing right here. Would you like a PowerPoint template for this presentation? I can create one customized for tax planning meetings. See, and it's here to help you, right? It's here to do a lot of the load carrying. Back then, maybe you had an employee who had to do all this, right? You had to tell them, hey, these are the strategies I want. Make this presentation, make it nice. Now, guys, AI can make websites. All right, AI can make presentations for you. Okay, look, ChatGPT, a generative language model, can even um, create PowerPoint templates for you, right? You can go in there and design it how you want. But this is the power of AI, guys. So use it, adopt it, use it for your own benefit, to be more efficient and to deliver your clients a better service, right? We want to be able to communicate with our clients effectively. They know, like, and trust us. And it's important to use the cutting edge technology to better serve them, because that's business, that's capitalism, that is this economy, right? To try to be the best and deliver the best service, right? And get paid accordingly. So, anyways, guys, yeah, play with it. It's here to stay, okay? Don't be scared. Use it as an opportunity, guys. And I'll see you guys in the next video, where I'm probably gonna, um, I haven't decided exactly what video I'm gonna make. There's more options, but if you want to see a specific video of whether it be selling tax planning or getting more clients, whatever you want to see in on this channel, just comment whatever you want to see, and I'll do my best to showcase and give you some insight on that particular subject. So I'll see you guys in the next one.